What makes our science at New Skin different? And I don't need to turn you all into scientists, that's not my job here. What I want you to take out of this presentation is that our science is based on rigorous experiments, and we get data and we analyze that data and look for something meaningful and something that we can interpret and use as insights into our product development. Okay? So you don't need to become scientists. Now, what is unique about New Skin science? Well, it's how we approach the problem around aging. It's how we think through how we age biologically. We have two brands, Pharmanex, and we have our personal care brand, New Skin. And our approach to our anti-aging science for both of the brands is the same. What we're doing is thinking about why we age. What is behind the changes that occur in our bodies as we get older? And that's the source of aging. So we're not just looking at signs and symptoms of aging. It's a very competitive world, right? There's a lot of people that are looking at signs and symptoms of aging. New Skin is taking a different approach, and it's looking for the source of aging. Why do we age? And we believe that the source of aging is in gene expression. Okay? So we're looking at gene expression both from the inside and also from the outside. And for really a complete, optimal anti-aging approach, you need to think about what you put in your mouth as well as what you put on your skin. Okay. So how is it today we can look at gene expression? Well, we were very fortunate as scientists, my team in the lab are very fortunate because we have wonderful technology. When I was doing my PhD, it would take days to look at just one gene. Now, with this new piece of technology called a gene chip, we can look at the expression of all the genes in a single cell. So that's about 20,000 to 25,000 pieces of genes that we can look at. And we get results in just one experiment of all of the genes expressed in that cell. But that gives us another problem, which is how do we look at so many pieces of data? Because we've got 20,000 pieces of data. My scientists have a headache. So we need to make that into something useful and something that we can cope with. And what we do is we look for the really important genes that are relevant for a particular aspect of aging. So we can think about aging and we notice that we might get slower. Right, we lose our vitality. So there's a really important set of genes that are responsible for that aspect of aging, for us feeling slower. Likewise, if we look at our faces, we see fine lines and wrinkles occurring. And there's another set of genes that are important in influencing the occurrence of fine lines and wrinkles as we age. So we look for those important genes, and we call those groups our youth gene clusters. Right? So that's how we get to youth gene clusters. They're a group of key genes relevant for a particular aspect of aging. So this means that there's another difference that New Skin takes in its approach to science. And that is, we're not targeting one gene. There are many companies and many researchers that talk a lot about one gene. And we're doing something different. We're talking about groups of genes. And this, to me, is a more balanced approach, right? It makes more sense because aging is so complex. There's so many things that happen in aging. I've already told you that we lose our vitality. And on our face, something different is happening, fine lines and wrinkles. So it doesn't make sense to me scientifically that one gene is behind all of that, right? So it makes much more sense to look at groups of genes. And what we're doing is influencing the gene expression. So we want to downregulate the factors that are accelerating aging, but upregulate the gene expression of genes that are preserving our youthfulness. And that's what our technology and our science is looking for. So, just to summarize that, because there's a lot of distinctive differences there between what Nu Skin does and between what our competitors do. We're identifying the sources of aging. We're going to the root of the problem, and we believe that it is in our gene expression. And we're looking for the really important key genes that are relevant for a particular aspect of aging. And we're also patenting our discoveries so that we can keep those protected and so no one else can mimic what we're doing. But we publish our work as well, and our science stands shoulder to shoulder with many other researchers at conferences, and they critique and help us design much more robust experiments. So that's all fine and dandy, right? But is it relevant for skin? Well, it is, because skin is one of the first places that you see aging occur. So let's begin to talk more about what happens to skin as we age. And this is a lovely young-looking piece of skin here. And you can see those little hairs coming out, all protruding from the surface of the skin. And then you go underneath the skin and you see that actually, and what that is, it's like complexes of molecules that help provide support to our skin and also firmness. And as we age, those molecules over time, they get a bit old and they get tired. And if we look at old skin, do we see what's happened? Yeah, can you see the difference? We have lost a lot of that great support for our skin structure. And as we lose the support, wrinkles develop. And what we also see is there is a loss of firmness. And over many, many years, you could end up looking like this if you do nothing, right? So it's important to protect our skin from the damages, but it's also important to try to correct any damage that may be occurring. And we can do this by looking at particular components of the skin. So as we age, you see that there's a lot of sagging and a lot of definition and contours of the face. And because of that, you begin to look tired. So sagging is a key component of skin aging. And we know scientifically that this loss of firmness and sagging is due to the deterioration of a key component called elastin. And elastin fibers exist in our skin to give it its bounce. So it allows our skin to snap back. So when you stretch the skin, something boings it back into place. Well, that's our elastin fibers. It helps put the boing back in our skin. So we want to improve the firmness. We want to keep that firmness that we had when we're youthful. And a way that we can do that is by looking at ways to improve and preserve our elastin content of skin. Makes sense. It's a very logical approach. And we've used a molecule called ethicin that was brought to us by Chantal Bernison. And ethicin is able, through a biochemical pathway, to help boost the production of elastin and improve our skin firmness. And we've done clinical studies with ethicin, and this shows the data over a 3-month period of using a product containing ethicin. In this study, the ethicin containing product increased the elastin content of skin by 166% in 3 months. So that's pretty impressive data. Now, elastin can be produced in the skin in a number of different ways. So one way is through the biochemical pathway that ethicin can help. And another way is by targeting the expression of key genes that are associated with elastin production. And our work that we've done most recently has looked to identify that group of key genes and look to see how the gene expression changes. So what we've done is, with our anti-aging science, we've found a youth gene cluster, a group of key genes that's particularly associated with firming. So this improves sagging, contour, and defines the skin by influencing the gene expression of these genes. So how do we put all this to work? Well, you're all familiar with our ageLOC brand, right? And I think many of you are familiar with transformations and with vitality. And these products were based on our insights from our science. So transformation provides facial anti-aging, and vitality is there to boost and give you energy as you age. And our latest product is we've ageLOC'd our True Face Essence Ultra. So this has always been our firming specialist product. Now we've made it better by incorporating these new insights from our anti-aging science. So many of you are familiar with True Face Essence Ultra, and that contained ethicin. So I've shown that ethicin helps boost the production of the elastin. And True Face Essence Ultra also contains a blend of antioxidants. And that blend of antioxidants is very nice because it helps to preserve that newly formed group, that newly formed elastin, right? So you've got ethicin that's helped to produce elastin, and you've got the antioxidants which help preserve that newly formed elastin. And sometimes you ask, well, why don't you just use one antioxidant? Why do you use a blend? And it's because antioxidants are kind of like friends. They work in a little team, and each antioxidant helps the other one out. So to put a blend of antioxidants in is like a team approach at helping to preserve that lovely newly formed elastin. Now, our ageLOC True Face Essence Ultra now contains the benefits and the insights from our anti-aging science, and it contains our ageLOC proprietary blend. So it's got more firming ingredients to address firming from different pathways, different routes in the skin. And what we've seen, a lot of our consumers are saying that this product feels a little bit different as well. And we've also seen some clinical results. So let's take a look at those. Again, we had a group of subjects. They were recruited in a third-party study, 30 subjects that particularly were chosen because of the loss of firmness in their skin during aging. And this is 12-week data, and you can see the results. What's nice about these bars is that there is continuous improvement in firmness over the 12 weeks that the subjects use the products, right? So that's one of the things that strike me. And we also see that at week 12, 53%, there was a 53% improvement in the firmness of skin, the overall firmness. And at week 12, it was 66% improvement in firmness around the eyes. So I know a lot of people talk about, oh, they've really lost the firmness around the eye area. We saw a very nice improvement after 12 weeks of using the ageLOC True Face Essence Ultra. What was also interesting were our 1-week results. And those are shown in these two graphs here. You can see week 1 and week 12 for overall skin firmness and firmness around the eyes. And it was 55% of subjects responded in just 1 week. So a lot of subjects here are seeing benefits from just 1 week of product usage. Now, this is a little preview for you guys of something that's coming in April. We've been lucky enough to have a media hit with a magazine called the New Beauty magazine. And this is a magazine that comes out about 3 or 4 times a year, and it really is a leading beauty magazine for sort of dermatologists, for spas, for estheticians, and it's sort of in between the real hardcore sort of dermatology journals and the things like Cosmopolitan and Vogue. New Beauty just targets people working in the industry, and they choose products that are really well known and proven to work. And in April, on their website, on the newbeauty.com website, they are going to spotlight ageLOC True Face Essence Ultra. And what's even nicer is that I have the clip of what will be appearing on the website in April. So let's roll the video.
As we age, our skin begins to sag and lose firmness. And while we don't want to look like the 20-year-old version of ourselves, we still want younger-looking skin. That's why in this New Beauty Ingredient Spotlight, we're going to tell you about an anti-aging ingredient called epicin. On our quest to find great anti-aging products, we tend to come across creams and serums that promise amazing results, but we don't fully understand why. One product is Nu Skin's ageLOC True Face Essence Ultra and its key anti-aging ingredient, epicin. Epicin has been clinically proven to improve the key components of firm skin. In a third-party study, more than half of the participants using ageLOC True Face Essence Ultra reported improvements in as little as 1 week in both overall firmness and in firmness around their eyes. By week 12, 80% of these subjects showed continued improvement in those same areas. In this product, Nu Skin combines epicin with ageLOC and an antioxidant network to target the sources of aging and effectively protect skin against free radical damage. This adds definition to the skin around your eyes, your chin, your neck, and your jawline, so your skin looks firm and young. The serum is easy to use and can be added to your regular skincare regimen. Just open up a capsule, then massage it onto your face, neck, and even your hands twice a day in an upward-outward motion. To learn more about ageLOC True Face Essence Ultra and to experience the benefits of epicin, visit with any Nu Skin distributor or go to www.newskinusa.com. I'm Susan Yara, and thanks for watching.
So it has really been a pleasure to be able to talk to you all today and to introduce ageLOC True Face Essence Ultra. Thank you very much for your attention. Thank you.